Good morning, guys. Good morning, Faith and Declan. How are you, Aria and Micah? I'm glad to see you today. We're going to start today by, I forgot to tell you something already. I need you to go find a wash basket. Can you ask your mom if you can borrow the wash basket for a minute for our Bible story? Or maybe you have a big box. Anything that you can sit in, okay? We need that. But first of all, you can let mom go find that. We are going to play Pictionary. Did you ever play Pictionary? What you have to do is, what I have to do is I have to draw a picture for you, and you have to guess what I'm drawing. And I'm going to use my favorite orange marker. Does anybody know that orange is my favorite color? I know Macy knows that orange is my favorite color. And maybe Faith remembers that too. Her brother Ronan's favorite color is orange. So first, I'm going to draw this. You can tell me if you know what it is. Do you see a moon and some stars? So I drew the night. Okay? That was number 1. Let's see if you can get number 2. See what I'm making? Doesn't look like much, does it? Now do you know what it is? It's a boat on the water. I have a boat. I'm going to switch my colors because Pastor Bud's favorite color is purple. And Macy knows that too. So here's a purple one for my last picture. Do you think you can get this one? I don't know how good I did that one. That's supposed to be a scared face. I don't think I did a good job. But I've got a scared face in my purple marker. Because today's Bible story is another Bible story about a boat in the night and Jesus' friends who are going to be scared. So, did your mom bring you your wash basket yet? I'm going to put my wash basket down here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me. And I'm going to get in my wash basket. See? Because Jesus told his friends to get into the boat, but he was going to stay behind. So they got into the boat and they started rowing out onto the lake. Jesus wasn't going to come with them. Jesus was going to stay behind on the land because he wanted some quiet time to talk to his Father. He had had a long day. He had been teaching the people, and he had fed a crowd, and he healed a lot of sick people. And so he wanted to go up to the mountain to have some quiet time to talk to his Father, who was God. Meanwhile, his friends were rowing the boat in the middle of the lake in the dark. Can you row your boat? Here we go. Rowing out on the lake. It began to get windy. It began to get harder and harder to row. Jesus' friends were in trouble, and Jesus wasn't there. They were rowing, and the wind was blowing, and the waves were tossing their boat, and they thought they saw something out on the water. No, not something. It was someone. It was someone coming towards them. Yes, someone was walking on the water. The Bible says they were terrified. Have you ever been scared? Well, terrified is 100 times worse than being scared. Ah! That's when they heard a voice. They heard a familiar voice. It was Jesus' voice. It was Jesus' voice saying, "Don't be afraid, I am here." Only the words to say that he used meant a whole lot more than just, "I am here." Jesus was saying that God, the powerful creator of the entire universe, the whole world, who was bigger than anything, it was God here in Jesus. Now, if you think it's a big thing that Jesus was walking on the water, just wait to hear what happens next. What big thing? You see, Peter saw Jesus walking on the water, and he shouted out to Jesus, "Is it really you, Jesus? Tell me if it's really you. Tell me to come out and walk with you. Let me walk on the water too." And Jesus said, "Come." And without thinking, Peter just hopped out of the boat and he started to walk on the water. Everything was wonderful until Peter started noticing the wind and the waves instead of looking at Jesus. And that's when he began to sink. "Save me, Jesus," he cried. And of course, Jesus reached out his hand and he pulled Peter to safety. The two of them walked back on the water to the boat. They hopped back on in. And when they did, the wind stopped. Everything was quiet again. It was quiet in the dark. And then Jesus' friends knew that they had experienced a really, really big thing. "You really are the Son of God," they said. This was a night that Jesus' friends would not forget for a long time, because Jesus had done a really, really big thing. That's pretty big to walk on water. You and I can't do that, can we? Peter got to walk on the water, which must have been really fun, a really fun experience for Peter. That's amazing. So let's finish up by singing our song about God being so good and to remember how big our God is. And you remember that the God who allowed Peter to walk on the water is with you today too. He will always be with you, and his love is with you. So here we go. Ready? My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are his, the rivers are his. Throw your stars out. The stars are his handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. For you, Aiden, and you, Reed, and you, Alice, and Judah, and Esther. I hope you have a great day. I hope you know that your God is with you. And Kent, you have a good day too. Love you all, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.